Hello everyone. So first things first, just ignore. My cheeks are absolutely on fire, kind of itch. They're very uncomfortable. I have rosacea and sometimes they're better than others. So just get it out of the way. Yes, I'm bright red. No, I'm not wearing blush. This is just how the good Lord blessed me. Okay? But you guys, this past weekend, I went to my very first ever trading card and collectible event. Okay. Did they have multiple? Yes. Was it 95% Pokemon and that is why I went? Yes. The words, I don't have the words. It was so packed. It was so overstimulating. You have to, they set each building up like a friggin' maze. There was barely an aisle between vendors. And so, like, physically, you almost couldn't even have, like, if one person was standing at this table and one person was standing at this table, there was no room in between them, which meant that there was no, like, people couldn't walk in between, right? So everybody's just pushing, shoving, make way. You step over here so I can step over here, and you're just going back. Woof. It was a lot. It was a lot. I was immediately overstimulated, but like excited because I wanted to be there. For my husband, it was his worst nightmare, but he was happy to be there to protect me. So, love him so much. But I got a few treasures while we were there, and so I wanted to show you guys. I also fully had in my mind that I was gonna like film it and take pictures and like show you what it was like. The instant I walked into the first building, all of that vanished out of my head. As I said, I was immediately overstimulated, and it was just became trying to see what you could see while surviving in this throng of people. Okay. So I absolutely failed as a content creator, and I have not one single picture of the entire event for you. So I'm sorry about that, but I do have goodies. So this was the first thing that caught my eye, and I about died. You guys, look at Chef Pikachu. And it's a girl. You can see the little divot in her tail, her little heart. Oh my Lord. This is a Pokemon Cafe, like the Pokemon Cafe in Japan. I'm 99% sure that this was exclusive to them. They're definitely the ones that made it, but I also feel like you had to get it from them. And her little tag on her butt. Oh my gosh. I just love everything about this. And I know that I'm not the only one to point this out. Other content creators have, but the non-American, but specifically the Japanese keychains are way cooler than ours. Like, I have some, but they're way back there. Are the keychains that we tend to get in America, instead of having like a metal clasp or a hook or anything, it's usually just like a round piece of plastic that might be shaped like a Pokeball. It might be this, but it's not really keychain-esque. Like, you pretty much have to attach a different keychain to it because it's not super usable by itself. But this is like a solid metal keychain. Like, I'm not going to stick my nail in between that because I don't want to break a nail. But then you've also got, so like you could put your keys on the actual keychain part and then hook this to something else. You could just make this a cute little accessory. I contemplated putting it in my car, but this might be my favorite treasure from the whole day. So I started with the best. This is so precious to me that I decided I don't want to hang it from my rearview mirror, because then whatever part of her is going to get sun bleached and sad. I also contemplated taking this like with my work bag. We're not doing that. She is going to, I work from home most days, and she's just going to sit here right next to my computer and make me happy all day, every day. I love her so much. Okay. Yes. Also, she came with this little tag. How freaking cute is that? Do I know that I destroyed the value because I took the tag off? Yes. There's no chance in heck that I would ever get rid of this willingly and on purpose. So who cares that I removed the tag? But now I can use the tag. I don't think I want the whole thing because that's like a lot. So I might cut part of it off and just have this circle and use that as like a bookmark or something. You don't know. But real freaking cute. And then I don't remember the order of these cards. I don't remember which one I found first, so I'm just going to show you in the order that I have them. but I am creating an Appleton / Applin, Hydrapple, Flapple, the Applin evolutionary line in both directions binder, and I'm so excited about it. And so I found a couple cool cards while we were there that I'll be able to add to my binder. I don't specifically collect Japanese, but I'm not opposed. I thought that was really cute. I've heard, I guess I'm not putting them together, I don't notice like a huge difference, but I've heard that the quality of Japanese cards vastly outweighs the quality of the American cards. I don't know, but I thought that was really cute. And then we have this guy. I love this whole line so much. I can't even tell you. So love that. And then this one is it's in plastic and a top loader, so I don't think you would have been able to see it well, but there we go. You've got he's in a little apple patch. And then this is not Appleton at all. But as you guys have seen previously, I've got my Oddish tattoo. I love Oddish. Trying to get this one out and it's like stuck. I don't even know how they put it in here. Oh, it's sideways. It's not a top loader. That's unusual. So now we've got one of these little Oddish e-reader cards. And I just thought it was so cute. And like none of these were expensive, but they were there. And I love them. So those are going to go in my little binder that I have yet to create. This is not from that at all, but this is one of the prismatic evolution tins. And because the tin is so precious to me, I have put my precious cards in it. I'm trying to take the lid off. And so as you can see, I've got more like Dipplin and stuff. Like this is where I'm holding my cards for my Dipplin binder in my little precious case. So those were a couple things that I got. I'm just going in order of what I found. So I don't know what cards were in order, but I found this pretty baby first, and then I got the cards, and then you guys, look at this. This is the most precious Master Ball I have ever seen. I have wanted a Master Ball for a minute. I love them. It's obviously my favorite, and people make them, and like I've seen them, but I've just it's never hit. Like it's never been it. I'm like, I like that Master Ball, but like, And this is 3D printed. You can see the lines down here in person. I don't know that it's picking up on camera, but everything else that they had there, like there was multiple vendors that had 3D printed Pokeballs. First of all, I think this was the only one that had a Master Ball, but also I loved how shiny it was. None of the other ones were like that. And then as I was checking out, this was the only one there. I got the last one. And somebody else was looking at it, but my card had already gone through. Like she hadn't put it in the bag yet to give to me, but I have paid for this. So get your little fingers off of it. But as I was checking out, she was telling me that her husband paints cars. And so this part is literally car paint, and that's how they got it so shiny. So I thought that was really cool. But also, it works, you guys. It's a working Pokeball. I can't. And then it came with this like very small little stand because it's perfectly round. So that way you can set it on something and it'll stay flat. So it's actually going to go right under the R on Meowth. I just pulled him off. I pulled this off today to do this video to show you. But from now on, when my head's weaving and bobbing or whatever, you'll be able to see this little master ball behind me, and you'll know where I got it. And then the last thing that I saw was this freaking cosplay Pikachu cosplaying as a Meowth. And I did leave the tag on, but honestly, I'm probably going to take it off because it's on my nerves and I just want to snuggle him. And look at how freaking cute. I've seen so many cosplay Pikachus over the years, and I want all of them. I want absolutely every single one. I don't have them. But I've never seen this one. So I even had, they had a Pikachu in the orange, like dragon cosplay that's like pretty popular. I even have a box of it from a Japanese pack. And so I almost got that to match my box and the cards that I actually have. But since I've never in my life seen this one, and like, look at how freaking, he's got his little overalls in the back and his little squishy tail. And now I've got a hair on it. But I've never seen this one in my life. So I was like, I have to grab it. And it was very reasonably priced. I think this was $15. Like nothing. Compared, I mean, they were selling stuff for some unreasonable prices. So I just love this little guy. So that was my, I don't know, that was my adventure time on Saturday. As I said, I got to experience that. I want to go back purely because there was so much unique stuff that I've not seen before. And due to the overstimulation, we barely got to actually see the cards there because that's where people were like lined up and whatever. And it's a trading card show. So like you would theoretically want to be able to see more cards. But I don't know, because it was very cool out on Saturday, and where it was on a fairground, but it was inside buildings, but the two ends of both buildings were open. So there was lots of air and flow through. And even with that, because of the amount of people, it was stuffy and there was some people smells. Okay. So one of them, it's coming back in August, and I can't imagine. No, I don't think I could be in that group of people, any group of people that's packed that tightly with no airflow in August. I don't know that I can do it, but we'll see. By then, I might have forgotten how stressful it was and just purely be looking at my little treasures and be like, heck yes, we're going back. And so then we'll see. And if that's the case, hopefully the next time I remember to, I don't know, take any pictures, film anything, do a better job for you so that you could also have experienced this card show with me. But for now, that's it. I loved it. I had a great day. I love seeing my treasures. I don't know. It was just, it just makes me happy. It's a little bit different. I'm fortunate that where I live, there's a couple different places that I can get Pokemon stuff. So it's not like unheard of or unreasonable, but it was so cool to have such unique stuff and be able to see stuff that you don't normally see and just experience new things. And so I enjoyed it, but I hope you're all having a wonderful week. And I'll see you next time. Bye.